Hi students, welcome to DS Economics channel. Today we are going to discuss 2023 West Bengal State Eligibility Test Economics Previous Year question. This is your part number 3. In this part we are going to discuss from question number 51 to 75 question, total 25 question. So those who come for the first time, please subscribe this channel, and those who do not watch the previous part videos, they can watch in the playlist. I have given the link of the playlist in the description box so that you can watch all the previous part videos of West Bengal set. So let's start today's session. Question number 51, today's first question. Question number 51, given u is equal to 10/6, v is equal to 4/8, which of the following is a convex combination of u and v? So we have to find out what is the convex combination of u and v. So a convex combination of two vectors u and v is a vector of the form that is alpha u plus 1 minus alpha v, where alpha's value ranges from 0 to 1, or we can say here alpha 0 less than equal to alpha less than equal to 1. So alpha's value ranges from 0 to 1. If alpha value ranges from 0 to 1, then it will be a convex combination. So one by one, option by option, we put the value in this equation. So in option A, if we put alpha into u plus 1 minus alpha into v, so here alpha value in first equation, alpha into u value 10. So first equation alpha into u means 10 plus 1 minus alpha into v value is equal to 10 and v value is equal to 4. Here in first equation v value is equal to 4, and if we put this equation in second form, second value is alpha into second value is 6, so alpha into 6 plus 1 minus alpha into second value is v value is here, v value is 8. So if we solve this equation, alpha into 10 plus 1 minus alpha into 4, then alpha into 6 plus 1 minus alpha into 8. If you solve this equation, then this value is also 7 and this value is also 7. So here, since alpha value ranges from 0 to 1, then by solving this equation means alpha 10 alpha plus 1 minus alpha into 4 is equal to 7. Then by solving first and second equation, we get the value of alpha, that is alpha is equal to 0.5. In all other equation, you also solve other equation. Other equation, alpha value either greater than or less than 0. So here alpha value only in equation option A, alpha value ranges from 0 to 1, that is 0.5. So here, which of the following is a convex combination of u and v? Only option A is a convex combination of u and v. Other equation are not convex. So you can also solve this equation in this form. So option A is the right choice. Then come to second question, question number 52. In a single shot prisoner's dilemma game, the non-cooperative outcome is Nash equilibrium but Pareto inefficient. So this is true or false? This is true, because in prisoner's dilemma both players choose to defect non-cooperative outcome. It is a Nash equilibrium, as neither player has an incentive to unilaterally change their strategy. However, this outcome is Pareto inefficient, as both players would be better off if they cooperate. So the statement 1 is correct. Then come to second statement. In a single shot prisoner's dilemma game, the cooperative outcome is non-Nash outcome but Pareto efficient. This is also true, because the cooperative outcome where both players cooperate is Pareto efficient, because both receive a better payoff than in Nash equilibrium. However, it is not a Nash equilibrium as each player has an incentive to defeat unilaterally. So this is correct. Then come to third statement, the non-cooperative outcome is Pareto efficient. This is false. Non-cooperative outcome is Pareto efficient. This is false because we know the non-cooperative outcome leaves room for both player to be better off. So it is not Pareto efficient. Then come to question number option number 4. The cooperative outcome is Nash equilibrium. Cooperative outcome is Nash equilibrium. This is also false because the cooperative outcome is not stable in a single shot prisoner's dilemma game, as each player has an incentive to defeat for a higher payoff. So option 3 and 4 are incorrect. Option 1 and 2 are correct. So only option 1 and 2 are correct in the option number A. So in question number 52, A is the right choice. Then come to question number 53. Let the consumption and saving functions be given as consumption is equal to some this, then saving is equal to this, then what is the value of investment multiplier? So in this question we have to find out the value of investment multiplier. You know, value of investment multiplier K is equal to 1 minus MPC. So by put this value, MPC means marginal propensity to consume. So from this consumption function C is equal to 100 plus 0.2y, we can see that marginal propensity to consume is what? 0.20. Here MPC, this is the value of MPC, marginal propensity to consume. So just substitute this value, 1 by 1 minus MPC value is equal to 0.20. So 1 by 1 minus 0.20 means 0.80. So 1 by 0.80 is equal to 1.25. So correct answer is 1.25. So here the investment multiplier value is 1.25. Option D is the right choice. Then come to question number 54. When total cost is equal to this, then the level of output where the average minimum cost occur is at average minimum cost, where average minimum cost is occur. So to find the level of output where the average cost is minimized, we need to find the output level that minimizes the average cost. So given the total cost function is equal to this, then we calculate the average cost from this total cost. So AC is equal to, we know that TC by Q. So TC by Q means total cost by Q. So in first if 1 Q cancel, then it will be 1 by 3 Q square, and from second equation 1 Q cancel, then minus 3 Q plus 1 Q cancel plus 9. So AC is equal to 1 by 3 Q square minus 3 Q plus 9. Then minimize AC by taking the derivative and setting it to be 0. So derivative of AC with respect to Q. So derivative of AC with respect to Q is equal to, so to find out derivative means 2 into 1 by 3 Q. So 2 into 1 by 3 means 2 by 3. So 2 by 3 Q minus 3 Q derivative is equal to 3. Then 9 derivative is equal to 0. So derivative of AC is equal to 2 by 3 Q minus 3. So here just solve this equation. 2 by 3 Q is equal to, here minus, then if we take it to the right side, then it will be 3. So 2 by 3 Q is equal to 3. This implies Q is equal to 3 into 3 by 2. So 3 into 3 is equal to 9. So 9 by 2. So 9 by 2 is the right option. 9 by 2 is given in the option number A. So 54 right option is option A. Then come to question number 55. Question number 55. An input output model which has an endogenous final demand vector is known as open input output model, closed input output model, static input output model, or dynamic. Open, closed, static, dynamic. So right option is closed input output model, option B, because in a closed input output model the final demand is determined within the system, often influenced by the production level, making it endogenous. So in contrast, an open model usually assume exogenous final demand, but closed model assume endogenous final demand. So closed model means endogenous final demand. So option B is the right choice here. Question number 55, option B is the right choice. Then come to question number 56. Which of the following statement about the matrix are correct? First one is A dash whole dash is equal to A. A dash whole dash is equal to A. This is correct because taking the transpose twice will return the original matrix. So A transpose whole transpose is equal to A. So if you take the transpose twice, then it return to the original matrix. You can take any example in this equation. So option 1 is correct. Then the rank of an n into n non-singular matrix A will equal to n. This is also correct because a non-singular means invertible n into n matrix has full rank which is n. So second option is also correct. Then A B whole dash or whole transpose is equal to A dash into B dash. This is incorrect because the correct rule for the transpose of a product is, if we say A B whole transpose is equal to B dash into A dash, not A dash into B dash, it will be B dash into A dash. So this is not correct. Then option 4, A dash whole inverse, A transpose whole inverse is equal to A inverse into whole transpose. This is correct because the inverse of the transpose of a matrix is equal to the transpose of the inverse. This is inverse of the transpose, then transpose of the inverse. This is also equal. So option IV equal. First, second and fourth, these are the correct statement, but option 3 is incorrect. So first, second and four only are correct. So option A is the right choice here. 56, right option is option A. Then come to question number 57. Solution of the equation T dy plus y dt is equal to 0. So how we solve this? So T dy plus y dt is equal to 0. We can rewrite as dy by y is equal to dy by y is equal to minus dt by t. Just solve the equation by dy by y is equal to minus dt by t. Then just integrate both sides. So integration of dy by y is equal to minus integration of dt by t. So integration of dy by y, or we can say integration of 1 by y into dy is equal to integration of 1 by t into dt. So integration of 1 by y is equal to log y. So log y, integration of log y is equal to minus log t plus log c. So here c is the constant of integration. So by simplifying this equation, log y plus log t is equal to log c. Then this implies log y plus log t, log y plus log t is equal to log c. Then this implies log yt is equal to log c. This implies log cancel, then yt is equal to c, or we can say ty is equal to c. So option A, ty is equal to c. So A is the right choice here. Then come to question number 58. Rank of a matrix X is equal to this is equal to. So we have to find out the rank of this matrix. to find out the rank of this matrix, first we have to examine the linear independence of its rows. So check for linear dependence the second row. Here second row is 9, 18, 36. It is the multiple of the first row, means 1, 2 and 4. So 9 into 1, 9 into 2 and 9 into 4. So 9 into 1 and 9 into 2 and 9 into 4 is equal to 9, 18 and 36. So this means the second row is linearly dependent on the first row, because 9 into 1 is equal to 9, 9 into 2 is equal to 18, 9 into 4 is equal to 36. So this means the second row is linearly dependent on the first row. Then check the remaining row. So the third row is 6 to 1. 6 to 1, it doesn't appear to be a multiple of the first or second row. 6 to 1 is not related with first or second row. So thus we have two linear independent rows, which means the rank of the matrix is, here the rank of the matrix is 2, because here first row and second row. So these two rows are linearly independent rows, which means the linearly, here only option row 2 is the linearly dependent row. Dependent row is row 2, but row 1 and row 3 both are independent rows, which means the rank of the matrix is 2. So how many independent rows? 2 independent rows. So the independent rows of a matrix is called the rank of the matrix. So here rank of the matrix is 2, because independent rows are 2, 1 and 3. 2 independent rows, 1 and 3. So 2, rank of the matrix is also 2. So option C is the right choice. Then come to question number 59. 59 question, Laffer curve indicates the relationship between tax rate, tax evasion, marginal average rate, tax rate and tax revenue. Yes, Laffer curve, it shows the relationship between tax rate and tax revenue. So 0 and 100%. If tax rate is 0, then tax revenue is also 0. If tax rate is 100, then tax revenue is also 0. Here this type of relationship shows, if tax rate increases, then tax revenue increases, then at a maximum point. Then if we increase more tax, then it will reduce. So if we take more tax from the consumer, then tax revenue will be automatically reduce and come to 0. So this is the relationship between tax rate and tax revenue. So option C is the right choice. Then come to question number 60, list 1 and list 2. End of automatic monetization of government deficit from RBI. This was in 1997. End of automatic monetization of government deficit from RBI 1997. Then introduction of gender budget 2005-6. Introduction of gender budget 2005-6. Then enactment of FRBM Act 2003. FRBM Act came in 2003. Then merging of railway budget with general budget 2016-17. So A1, B3, C for D2, option number B. So B is the right choice, because automatic monetization of government deficit from RBI, it end in 1997. Introduction of gender budget in 2005-6. Enactment of FRBM Act, Fiscal Responsibility Budget Management Act, came in 2003. Then merging of railway budget with general budget in 2017-18. So this is the right choice. Then come to question number 61. Given below are some international organization and their headquarters. Which of them are correctly matched? GATT, General Agreement on Trade and Tariff. Its headquarters is Geneva, Switzerland. Yes, this is correct, Geneva. Then Second option, IMF, International Monetary Fund, Washington DC. Yes, IMF headquarter is Washington DC. Then World Bank's headquarter is also Washington DC. But here given New York. New York is incorrect. So this is Washington DC. Both headquarters is Washington DC. So option 3 is incorrect. Then Asian Development Bank, Manila, Philippines. So option 4 is also correct. GATE headquarters Geneva, IMF Washington DC, World Bank Washington DC, Asian Development Bank Manila. So 1, 2 and 4 are correct. Option 3 is the incorrect. So A is the right choice here. Then come to question number 62. Which of the following statement is not true about pure public good? Which is not true about pure public good? First one is, these goods can be provided to an additional person at a zero marginal cost. Yes, it is free. So it provided to an additional person at zero marginal cost. This is true. Then free riding is a common problem associated with pure public good. Yes, in pure public good we see there is free riding problem. So option B is the right choice. Then publicly provided education service is an example of pure public good. No, publicly provided education is not an example of pure public good. It is one type of public good, but it is called as merit good. It is called as merit good. Why it is called as merit good? Because in public good there are two main characteristics. One is non-excludability and other one is non-rival, non-excludable. So this education service, it provide non-rival but it create excludability. Why excludability? Because education service can be excludable since only those enrolled or often paying can attend public school. Access can be restricted, especially in system with enrollment limits, residency requirements, fees. So the limited seat, if we got admission in any college, then the seat is limited. Here we cannot deny others to get educated, but we have to enroll in that institution. If seat is 100, then only 100 students get enrolled in that institutions. So it create excludability. So publicly provided education service is not a pure public good. So option C is incorrect. Then private markets may undersupply public goods. Yes, private market undersupply public good because private market are for profit motive. They do not provide the public good. If they provide, then they undersupply to raise the price. So option D is also correct. So option A, B and D all are correct, but option C is in. So here not true is option number C. Then come to question number 63. If with the increase in income the percentage of income collected as tax remain constant, then tax will be called regressive, progressive, proportional. If the tax rate remain constant, whatever may be the income increase, then if tax rate is constant, then it will be called as, it is called as proportional tax. It is called as proportional. Regressive means when income increases, tax rates decreases. When income increases, tax rate decreases. It is called as regressive tax. Progressive means when income increase, then tax rates also increase. It is called as progressive. Proportional means same. Whatever may be the income, the tax rate remains same. It is called as proportional. So when income increases but tax rate remains same, it is called as proportional. Then neutral means no effect on the person. So here option C is the right choice. Then come to question number 64. Which of the following statement is true regarding the relative burden of the tax on buyers and seller? So here statement 1 is, if demand curve is steeper than supply curve, if demand curve is more steeper than supply curve is so that then demand curve is, if demand curve is more steeper, this is the normal demand curve, this is steeper demand curve. If demand curve is more steeper than supply curve, then buyers bear relatively higher burden. No, this is incorrect, because if the demand curve is steeper, more means more inelastic than the supply curve, then buyers bear a relatively higher burden of tax. Here buyer bear a higher burden of tax. This is because the inelastic, yes, buyer bear relatively higher burden. Yes, this is correct, because then buyer bear a relatively higher burden of tax. This is because the inelastic demand means buyers are less sensitive to price changes, so they absorb more of the tax burden. So this is correct. Then if supply curve is flatter, then demand curve, then sellers bear relatively higher burden. No, this is incorrect. This is the reverse concept. Then if demand curve is flatter than supply curve, then buyers bear higher tax. No, seller. So this is also incorrect. So only option A is the correct choice according to question number 64. A is the right answer. Then come to question number 65. Which of the following statements are not true about wage and means advances? Which are not true about wage and means advances? So first statement is, it is a temporary loan facility by RBI for the government. Yes, it is a temporary loan facility, because wage and means advances is a temporary loan facility provided by the RBI to help the government manage mismatch in its cash flow. So this is correct. Then option 2, it cannot be traded in the security market. Yes, it is true, because it cannot be traded in the security market, as it is purely a temporary credit agreement between the RBI and the government, so it cannot be traded in the security market. Then limits of the wage and means allowance is decided only by RBI. No, it is not true, not only by RBI, because the limits are decided by mutual agreement between the RBI and the government, not solely by the RBI. It will decided by mutual agreement between the RBI and the government. Then option 4, only central government can avail this facility. No, not only central government. So both the central and state government can avail the facilities here. So option 4 is incorrect. Option 1 and 2 are correct. Only option 1 and 2. So question asked is not true. Not true is option 3 and 4. So option 3 and 4 are not true. So option C is the right choice here. Then come to question number 66. List 1 and list 2. Ad valorem tax, surcharge, cess and direct tax. So first option is tax paid by the person on whom the tax is incident. So tax pays on whom the tax is initial burden and final burden is on the same person, that is called as direct tax. So here direct tax is the right option. Then a compulsory levy collected for a particular purpose. Compulsory levy collected for a particular purpose, it is called as cess. Then temporary tax levied to get additional revenue, temporary tax, that is called as surcharge. Then tax levied on the value of a commodity, it is called as ad valorem. Value of a commodity, tax levied on the value of the commodity, it is called as ad valorem. Ad valorem, tax levied on the value of commodity. Surcharge, temporary tax levied to get additional revenue. Cess means a compulsory levy collected for a particular purpose. Direct means initial and final burden is for the same. IV 3, 2 and 1. So option B is the right choice here, 66B. Then come to question number 67. Which of the following are not a part of the 𝙁𝙍𝙀𝙀 means government security? Which are not part of the government security? 67. First option is cash management bill. Cash management bill, this is a type of short-term government security issued by the government of India, so it is considered a part of government securities. Then option 2, dated securities. Dated securities, these are long-term government securities issued by the central government, so these are also part of government securities. Then state development loans. State development loans, these are bonds issued by the state government and are considered part of the government securities as well. Then appropriation bill, this is not a security but a legislative bill that authorizes the government to use funds from the consolidated fund of India, so it is unrelated to the government securities. It is a legislative bill, not a government security. So option 4 is not correct. Option 1, 2 and 3. So here question asks for not a part of government securities, that is only 4 is not a part of government securities. So option C is the right choice. Then come to question number 68, accession and reason. So accession is money is a link between the present and the future. Yes, this is true, because money link between the present and future. Then money is a store of value. Yes, money is a store of value. So it though money is a store of value, so it create a link between the present and the future. So both accession and reason are correct, and reason is the correct explanation of accession. So here option A is the right choice. Then come to question number 69. Which of the following statements is correct about the term bank run? So bank holders and bond holders and depositors suffer due to higher rate of inflation, or a panic situation when deposit holders start withdrawing cash from the bank. Yes, this is called as bank run, because here it create a panic situation when deposit holders start withdrawing cash from the bank. So cash run from the bank, so it is called as bank run. So option B is the right choice, because a bank run refers to a situation where a large number of depositors panic and start withdrawing their money simultaneously from a bank, it fearing that the bank will become insolvent. So this can lead to a liquidity crisis, as banks typically do not keep enough cash on hand to cover all deposits at once. So it is called as bank run. Option number B, 69B is the right choice. Then come to question number 70. Which of the following is or are correct? Question number 70. First one is M1 is equal to C plus DT plus OD. Yes, this is correct, because M1 is equal to measures money supply 1 is equal to currency held with public, demand deposit with RBI and other deposits with RBI, demand deposits of public and other deposits. So this is correct. Then M2 is equal to M1 plus saving deposit with post office saving. Yes, this is also correct. Then M3 is equal to M2 plus net time deposit. No, M3 is equal to M1, not M2. Then M3 is equal to M1 plus net time deposit with banks. Yes, this is correct. Then M4 is equal to M1 plus total time deposit with post office saving bank. No, this is incorrect. So option B incorrect. Option 1, 2 and 4. 1, 2 and 4. 1, 2 and 4 only are correct. Option number B is the right choice. Question number 70. Option number B is the right choice. Then come to question number 71. Which among the following measures would result in an increase in the money supply in the economy? Result in an increase in the money supply. So first is purchase of government securities from the people by the central bank. If central bank purchase government securities from the people, then money supply in the economy increase, because people get money from central bank, because they sell their securities to central bank. So money supply in the economy rises. Then second option is deposit of currency by the people in the commercial banks. If people deposit in the commercial banks, then money supply reduce, because here people, if they hold cash in hand, then it will be increase the money supply. But if they save in the commercial banks or deposit in the commercial banks, then money supply in the economy reduces. Then borrowing by the government from the central bank. If government borrow from central bank, then money supply rise, because here government borrow, then government do what? Government either invest it in any productive activities. So if he invest in the productive activities, then money supply in the economy rises. So this is money supply rise. Then option for sale of government securities to to the people by central government. If central government sell securities to the people, then people buy securities. If people buy securities, then money comes from the people to central bank. Here money supply decreases. So question asks for which of the among following measures would result in an increase in money supply. In first option, money supply increase. In option number 3, money supply increase. So 1 and 3 are the correct choice. 1 and 3 only. So option C is the right choice here according to question number 71. Then come to question number 72. Question number 72, assertion and reason based question. Assertion is, there exists inverse relationship between interest rate and bond prices. There exists inverse relationship between interest rate and bond prices. Yes, if this is correct, because there is an inverse relationship between interest rate and bond price. When interest rate rise, if we say interest rate rise, when interest rate rise, new bonds are issued at these higher rates, making existing bonds with lower rates less attractive, which reduce their market price. Conversely, when interest rate fall, when interest rate rise, bond price decrease, and when interest rate falls, then bond price will increase. Conversely, when interest rate fall, existing bonds with higher rates become more attractive, increasing their prices. So this is the inverse relation between interest rate and bond price. This is correct. Then reason is, a bond price represent the value of the payments agreed upon at the time when the bond was issued. Yes, reason is also correct, because as the bond price indeed represent the value of its payment, coupon and principal payment agreed upon at insurance. However, this statement, I think this statement doesn't explain why the inverse relation between interest rate and bond price, but reason is correct, but it doesn't explain how there is inverse relation between interest rate and bond price. So both are correct. Assertion is correct and reason is correct, but reason is not the correct explanation of assertion. So option D is the right choice here. Then come to question number 70. Which of the following is considered as an appropriate measure of openness of an economy? Appropriate measure of openness: export minus import, export plus import by GDP, export plus import by population, or export by import. So openness of an economy is typically measured by the trade to GDP ratio. Openness measured by the trade to GDP ratio. Trade means, which is calculated, trade means export plus import. So export plus import, it is called as trade. So openness of an economy considered by trade by GDP ratio. So export plus import by GDP ratio. So this ratio indicates the relative importance of the international trade in an economy by showing the portion of GDP that comes from the trade. So option B is the right choice according to question number 73. Then come to question number 74. The Prebisch-Singer hypothesis maintains that the less developed countries always gain in trade when they trade with developed countries. No, it is not true. Not always. The less developed countries suffer a welfare loss from a secular decline in the terms of trade, since they mainly export primary products. Yes, this is the right choice, because the Prebisch-Singer hypothesis argues that the terms of trade tend to deteriorate over time for the countries that primarily export raw materials and primary products. So this is because the prices of the primary goods tends to grow more slowly than the price of manufactured goods, which developed countries typically export. So as a result, less developed countries suffer a welfare loss and face economic challenges due to declined trade terms over time. So option B is the right choice according to question number 74. Then come to question number 75. In light of the following two statements, choose the correct answer from the option. So first is, the terms of trade of a nation are defined as the ratio of the value of its export to the value of import. No, this is incorrect, because the terms of trade of a nation typically defined as the ratio of the export price to its import price, not export by import. So terms of trade it is defined by the ratio of export price to import price. So export price to import price, not only export by import. So it define the ratio of export price to import price, not the value of the export to the value of import. So it is expressed as the index of export price by index of import price into hundreds. So index of export price, so index of export price by index of import price into 100. So option A is not correct here. Then statement 2, the terms of trade of one of the trade partners is equal to the inverse of the same of the other partners. This is correct, because the terms of trade for one country are indeed the inverse of the terms of trade for its trading partner. So if one country terms of trade improve, implying it can buy more imports per unit of export, then the partner country's terms of trade will worsen, as it received less for each unit of export in its terms of import. So if one country's terms of trade improve, then other countries' terms of trade decrease or worsen. So this is the inverse relation between the two countries. So only option 2 is correct. So statement 1 is incorrect and statement 2 is correct. So option D is the right choice here according to question number 75. So this is all about for the today's session. In the next session we will complete the total West Bengal 2023 set. I hope you get some knowledge from this video. If you are actually benefited, then like the video, and if you have any doubt, comment in the comment section. I will try to rectify your doubts, and those who come for the first time, please subscribe to this channel and also visit the channel and watch in the playlist the previous part videos. I have given the link of the playlist in the description box. So thank you all for watching. See you in the next part. Jai Jagannath.